Sabbath versus Sunday worship, a battle between God's command and man's tradition. This is not just a difference of days, it is a war of worship. It's not Saturday versus Sunday, it's God's authority versus man's rebellion. You've heard the traditions. Now it's time to hear the truth. The battle of Sabbath versus Sunday is a battle for your soul. From the beginning of creation, God established the Sabbath, not a Jewish tradition, but a divine institution for all mankind. Genesis 2:2-3 says, "And on the seventh day God ended his work, and God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it." Before sin, before nations, before churches, God made the Sabbath holy. Now, fast forward through history. Jesus kept the Sabbath, Luke 4:16. The apostles kept the Sabbath, Acts 13:42-44. Even in death, Jesus rested on the Sabbath and rose after it was over. Yet today, churches everywhere gather on Sunday, a day God never sanctified, never blessed, and never commanded. Why? Because man tried to override God. Exposing the change. The shift from Sabbath to Sunday was not done by Christ nor his apostles. It was a political and religious act, born in the womb of pagan Rome. In AD 321, Emperor Constantine, a sun worshipper, passed the first Sunday law declaring, "On the venerable day of the sun, let all people rest." Later, the Catholic Church claimed it had the divine right to change God's holy day. In their own words, "Sunday is our mark of authority." The Church is above the Bible, and this transference is proof of that fact. Catholic Record, September 1st, 1923. Did you catch that? They claim to be above the Bible. This is not honor, it is blasphemy, challenge to religious leaders. So now we ask every pastor, imam, and priest, who gave you the right to change the day God made holy? The Bible says in Exodus 20:8-11, "Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. The seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God." It doesn't say the first day. It doesn't say any day you choose. It says the seventh day. It says remember, because God knew most would forget. And today, the world has forgotten. Not by accident, but by deception. The final warning. In Daniel 7:25, the Bible prophesied that a religious power would think to change times and laws. Which law has time embedded in it? Only one, the fourth commandment, the Sabbath. And Revelation 13 reveals that this same system will enforce worship in opposition to God's commands. This is not legalism. This is loyalty. This is not about a day, it's about obedience. In the end, there will be two classes of worshippers: those who follow the Lamb and keep his commandments, and those who follow tradition, honoring a counterfeit Sabbath. Revelation 14:12 declares, "Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus." Will that be you? Final challenge. You've seen the evidence. You've heard the truth. So now we ask, will you follow the God who created the Sabbath, or the system that changed it? Will you obey the voice from Mount Sinai, or the whispers of tradition? Because one day soon, the world will be forced to choose, and your choice will echo into eternity. Sabbath or Sunday, truth or tradition, God or man, you must choose.